In principle, I decided to write it for the same reason I decided to write all my other books. I got excited about ideas that I wanted to convey to other teachers and sat down and wrote about it. I suppose it's the same sort of motive that made me become a teacher. I know something, I'm excited about it, I want other people to know. And I wrote all sorts of books for that reason. This one is a sort of culmination in the sense that it was, here am I at the end of my career. I've been teaching for 40 years in schools. I've accumulated an enormous amount of practical classroom teaching information that is not the kind of thing you learn through reading books, it's the kind of thing which you normally learn through doing. And I have this information and I feel I want to pass it on to the next generation of teachers so that they don't have to reinvent the wheel, as it were, with the little sort of things that I've learnt and have the opportunity to pass on. Most of the titles in the Cambridge Handbook series are a collection of activities round a particular theme, so teaching grammar or teaching pronunciation or something like that. This one is a comprehensive set of ideas touching almost every area of teaching, so not round a particular theme, except in the sense that they are all very practical, hands-on, doable things that you do in the classroom, and as I say, touch on a wide variety of topics and grow out of classroom experience rather than reading other books or what I've heard from other teachers. They're very much of a personal, experience-based set of ideas. I think first and foremost novice teachers, that's to say teachers in their first year or two of teaching. As I said earlier, one of the aims of this book is to help teachers not to have to reinvent the wheel on their own, find out things through experience where a little push, a little tip, a little idea from a mature teacher can save them that experience. And so this is for beginner teachers, but I think also experienced teachers will find that some of the ideas resonate with their own experience and enrich it, and I hope that they will also enjoy it. Yes, thinking back, end of my first year of teaching, and I was teaching 10-year-olds, and they were a fairly rowdy class, and I was a bit worried by the fact that a lot of the lessons were noisy and I wasn't feeling that I was in control, but I kept going and I taught the best I could and did games and other things to try and keep their interest. But by the end of the year I was so exhausted by the bad lessons, or what seemed to me bad lessons, and a feeling of failure, personal failure. And I went to the classroom teacher and I said to him, I don't think this is for me, I don't think I ought to carry on teaching English, I'd better look for another career. And he said, think again, stop thinking so much about yourself and how you feel and your own self-image as a teacher, and look at your students and ask yourself, are they learning English and are they enjoying learning English? And I went away and thought about it, and I even went and consulted the students themselves to find out the answers to these questions, and the answers had to be and were yes, they are learning English, and yes, they want to and they enjoy it, and therefore I decided to carry on, and that's where I am today.